Good morning. This is the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Wednesday, September 17th. No significant negative impacts are really coming up. We do have more moisture pushing up from the south on Thursday and overspreading much of the western and southern portions of the Great Basin as we head into Friday, maybe even a bit further northwards into the weekend. Satellite imagery shows the moisture and low pressure leaving the area into Wyoming. We have a cool northerly flow, but clearing skies. There's our moisture source that was well to the south here, starting to creep up into Southern California. No significant lightning other than several dozen strikes in the Uintas. We had some light precipitation here shown there as well. And really no significant fire activity as far as we can see. A few new starts down in the south, and we've had some holdovers with lightning for previous days. And it's been fairly dry the last 7 days across much of the southern and central portions of the Great Basin. We had some heavier rains up in the central mountains of Idaho, and if we look at the last 14 days, we saw that last surge of moisture into our southern area with widespread moderate rains of a half inch to an inch. So everybody got some over the past 2 weeks. That's why ERCs are way down, starting to dry out a little bit into the 50th to 70th percentile across parts of the Arizona Strip and into Utah, but it's going to be a very gradual process. The 100-hour fuels have dried out a little bit into the upper single digits across that same area. So that's something we just kind of keep an eye on for now. The flash drought index for the last 3 weeks does show the moistening that we received over the last 3 weeks, a big reason why our indices are down so much. And the upper level map for today, what we have is overall a continuation of the dry air through the region. And I apologize for the sound here. Overall, dry air pushing in, northerly flow. There is that subtropical moisture to the south starting to push up northwards. You see more of our PSAs going into that yellow color. That's with that dry air mass in place. Our humidity is quite dry in western and southern areas, upper single digits to low teens, not much in the way of wind. Again, we're in that dry air mass on Thursday, but that moisture starts pushing in to far southern areas. We've greened out a little bit in the Spring Mountains area. We could see some late day showers and wet thunderstorms down there. You see the humidity's coming up in the south by about 10%. And these are outflow boundaries from approaching thunderstorms across western Nevada. So dust storm potential is there in some spots. I'll have to keep an eye on that. Overall, on Friday, that moisture does push further northwards and expand in aerial coverage where we could see scattered showers and thunderstorms any place in that greenish area. You see more of our PSAs have greened out. A lot of our yellows previously were fairly close to the green category, keeping things a little drier in parts of Utah. Again, wind's really not a factor other than outflow boundaries from thunderstorms. You notice the relative humidities are increasing significantly in all areas. 3-day precipitation totals, a lot of this comes in late Thursday into Friday across Nevada, the Strip, and southwest Utah. Now, if we go into Saturday, that moisture is still pushing up in towards the Idaho border on Saturday. Most of our PSAs have greened out. We do have drier air moving back into the southern areas, and dry air starts overspreading back into the area. High pressure builds in on Monday, dry everywhere. You'll see some more of our PSAs going to yellow, but it's going to be a very slow process. And the next big Pacific storm system moves in to Oregon, Washington, and Northern California on Tuesday and starts taking aim on the northern and western portions of the Great Basin a bit later on. 7-day precipitation total shown here, and the 8 to 14 day will focus on the precipitation, that approaching storm on day 7. It'll be part of that 8 to 14 day outlook where we see more significant precipitation for some of our northern areas. This concludes our briefing. Have a great day.